Hello guys, wanted to give a quick recap of the Masters here from my email, similar to what I did with the preview. I'll have the link right up here at the top as soon as I record it here and post it to YouTube. We are in the home stretch of Twilight here. White Birch this week, and then we are off for 2 straight weeks due to the county at Schuylkill and the Sullivan that a ton of us play in. We then have our Open at Sugarloaf. That's on the Sunday as well, August 6th. And then we're off for 3 weeks due to our club championship. We got the County Senior, which I'm going to be running. And no Twilight. Oh, that's the Fall Classic for Belts' work that a lot of us play in as well. And then Deer Valley is our last one of the year already on Saturday, September 2nd. That's over Labor Day weekend. So only 3 left, one of them being a major, so it's crazy. But, I mean, every year this generally happens where we just, front load everything. We play so much golf in shitty weather in, late winter, early spring, and then once summer comes, we have so many tournaments going on that everything kind of winds down. So, yeah, only 3 events left before our end-of-the-year Ryder Cup, which is Saturday, September 16th at Pine Meadows. So the thing is already coming to a close. White Birch deadline, depending on when you're watching this, is either, tonight at midnight, which would be Thursday, or the deadline's already passed. I'm just going to put midnight tonight for the email if anybody's reading it today. I have been getting some questions about how One Club works. I think so far I have 16 or so signed up for One Club. It actually might be a little bit more. I'll have to check that and finalize it tomorrow morning. I actually have the scorecard up here to show you. So this was the One Club scores from last year. So how this works is you have a partner. You do not pick your partner. It's drafted. So similar to how we do a regular Twilight draft, let's say we have 16 people participating in One Club. I'll take the top 8 and I'll rank them by their scoring average, and then we'll work backwards. So the 8th person would get the first pick, the 7th person would get the second pick, and so on. You are each allowed to take 1 club. Okay, so if I use Jay-Z and Ben, for example, who won it last year. So Jay-Z is allowed to bring a club. I do not recall what they brought, but let's say Jay-Z decides to bring a 5-iron and Ben decides to bring a pitching wedge. They may use either one of those clubs, okay? But those are the only 2. Last year we walked. It was great. We might have one person drive to kind of have beer in the cart, but it's alternate shot, and it's true alternate shot. So you have to decide on the first hole who is playing the odds and who's playing the evens. So if Jay-Z decides he's teeing off number 1, he is hitting the tee shot on 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Ben is hitting the tee shot on 2, 4, 6, and 8. So it does not matter who finishes the putt out. If Ben finishes the putt out on number 1, he's still teeing off number 2 because he's teeing off the even holes, okay? You have to putt with this club as well. I don't recall if anybody's brought a putter last year as one of their clubs or not. There are no gimmies. You have to finish out, okay? So it's a fun format. You can see your scores last year. Obviously, they are not exactly the best. I'm probably going to do an entry fee. Maybe even I was thinking of doing skins games. So I think this year we're going to have to break it down into 2 different groups. We're going to have that many people involved. But anyway, that's how it works. Josh would tee off the first hole. Ben would hit the next shot. Josh would hit the 3rd shot. Ben would hit the 4th shot, and they keep rotating until the hole's over. You got evens and odds, and you can use either your club or your partner's club. So there's a little strategy involved with seeing who exactly wants to tee off the even and odds, what clubs you want to take. You can do a little bit of math because it's on the executive. It's not that super long. But I will have those teams out hopefully tomorrow or Saturday, depending on how fast the draft for those takes. But that's what One Club is. Been getting a few texts about that from people. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. I think everybody will enjoy themselves. So on to recapping the actual Masters. Okay, there's our flight winners. I'm sure you've all seen by now. Myself in championship, Alan in first flight, and Gallagher in second flight. So what I have here are the scores. Let me move myself up more so I'm not in the way. I just took the screenshot from Scrolf and how much you would make with it. And I'm just going to kind of quickly review based on what I saw, pretty much like monitoring a scorecard or on Scrolf, because I was doing it for my group throughout the day. It looked like Gallagher was pretty much in control most of the round. And I guess if I just look at the front 9 scores here, he had a 6-shot lead over Doc after 9. It did seem like Tony was slowly gaining ground on him in the back 9, and now that I look at the scorecard broken like this, I can see this stretch of holes. It looks like Tony picked up 2, 5, 6 shots in those 4 holes. But eventually Gallagher still ended up winning by 6 shots, so it was a overall pretty, winning wire-to-wire finish there for Gallagher. Gallagher earning his first major. He won $30. Trophies. I usually give you the trophies as soon as I get the nameplates for them, but the shipping with that company has become so expensive. I'm going to wait until the end of the year so I can get the Masters, the Open, and the Ryder Cup nameplates all together. So you guys will get those at the very end of the season. I'll hand those out. And then Tony got $10 for coming in second, so that was second flight. Hopefully we have a little bit better turnout than 4 for Sugarloaf. I'm sure we're going to. Great turnout in first flight, though. We had 11 guys here. This was wildly up and down throughout checking the day. I mean, for a long time, I believe Gower was winning for maybe the front 9 as I quick scan. Yeah, he had the low front 9 score. It looks like he had a 2-shot lead over Schnecky. 3-shot over Allen, 4-shot over Belts, 3-shot over Carson. So yeah, Gower was in control for quite some time. And hang on, my computer's going to die if I don't plug it in immediately. And I don't want to lose my recording. Okay. Sorry about that. Gower was winning for quite some time. I want to say, let's look at the scorecard. Looks like things started to go south for Gower here. 13, 14, 15. He made quad double-double. That's when it appeared Belts was in control for quite some time. You can see here Belts with his back 9, 43, and that was with a quad on 18. So he was 3 over on the back going into 18. And Allen just played super steady as well. So I guess how the story goes here is Beltsy had a 2-shot lead over Allen. All of the other groups were done. So all Beltsy needed was bogey or better on 18. And he doubled to get into a playoff. And as you can see, he makes a quad. I guess the story goes he had some high grass trouble, got matumboed by a tree. And 3-putted or something like that for a quad. But hell of an exciting finish watching that on first flight. I mean, and even when we did the preview, if you remember me saying, I think first flight's going to be electric because there are that many golfers, I think, that can win this flight in its current state. With Joe and Billy D getting bumped up the championship, they're your 2 guys who are usually your studs in this flight. With them removed, I'm like, this could be anybody, even setting odds. It's like, Allen won at 7-1. I could have been anybody. So that was super exciting to watch first flight. Hell of a finish there. Allen, first major played, gets the job done shooting an 85. There's the leaderboard. So Allen won $50, Schnecky 30, Belts 20, and Gower 10. It was a battle out there first flight. A lot of higher scores than I maybe would have projected, 85 winning it. But for those of you who didn't play Iron Valley and just watched the leaderboard, the course was the firmest course that I've played since late May when we were in the drought. I don't know how. I don't know if they've just been dodging storms, if they drain particularly well. But it was in awesome shape. They had some nasty pins out because I guess there was some amateur tour event going on. They had them cut very close to a lot of the edges. So it was playing very difficult out there. That's why the scores were a bit higher. All right, and then championship flight. Pez got out to the early lead in championship flight, birdie in number 1. But from that point forward, once I eagled number 3, I had the lead, I believe, the entire round at that point. I would have had a 2-shot lead at the turn, 2 over Bailey, 3 over Hand. It was very hard to keep track of Bailey's score, and as you can see, like, he made 5 birdies, he made some bogeys, he made a double. I have to tell this quick story about number 3, because if this could have entirely changed the tournament. Bailey was in the greenside bunker on number 3. I parked my cart in line with the bunker, the pin, and then my cart was up on the cart path. Well, Bailey sculled his bunker shot. It flew into the cart, so it would have 100% been out of bounds. He would have been dropping and hitting 5. Instead, it slams the cart path, almost comes all the way back out onto the green, and he ends up making a 6, but that could have been 7 or worse for sure if my cart wasn't parked at that exact spot. Ended up not mattering. Came down to, I started to like slowly bleed out here, and I had kind of a bad stretch of holes. Did make birdie on 16, 3-putted 17, so I have a 1-shot lead over Hand and 2-shot lead over Bailey going into 18. And I was hitting driver off the deck, off the tee, nearly the entire back 9, just because it's so fucking tight back there. And on 18, I just chunked it. So those of you probably didn't even really see where I was standing. And I think I had 255 in and hit like the shot probably of my life to like 7 feet in a perfect location. Even though Bailey almost made 2 from that, his like 80-yard shot that he had, he freaking scared the hole. So all I had to do at that point was 2-putt the 7-footer. Did that, back-to-back Masters champion. So there is the leaderboard. I won 60, Hand and Bailey chopped 50 each, so they each ended up with 25, and Decker and Pez chopped $10 each to each end up with 5. So our CTPs, they were worth $20 each. Bailey on the island, Schnecky on Coomer's hole-in-one hole, and then Jay-Z had both of the ones in the back 9, 12 and 17. Being able to follow the skins game was awesome on here, and we had a bunch of them. Let's see, 9 skins were made. I just rounded it down to 20 and took the extra for the pot just to make it easy. Pez birdie on 1, myself eagle on 3, Bailey birdied the island, Billy birdied 6, Schnecky birdied 8, Steele with a birdie on 11, Jake 12, Tyler Barton 15, and Bailey on 18. So those were your 9 skins. Betting ended up, as I put in the email, the pot won $16, which was a great result. You know, I like to see people, although it's nice to get money for the pot for all the stuff that I need, it was nice to see that, you know, only $16 was exchanged. Some of you did very well. Pot didn't do well on Gallagher, lost $200. Solid result, only one person bet Allen, $10 to win 70. I wasn't the best result, $75 on me, lost $225 for the pot, but cleaned up. All of the bets all these exotic bets that people text me, did very well on those, and they made the pot some money back. There are the Ryder Cup standings. You can see the points that you earn are slightly different, and we're coming close to the end here, as I said, with only 3 events left. Top 2 get Ryder Cup spots. Top 10 get paid. I think 10, might be 15. I don't have it on here. Ryder Cup eligible list. I'm talking fast here because I'm running out of time. Top 44 make the Ryder Cup at the end of the year. So that's why I have all these highlighted in red. Now, we do have 3 more automatic exemptions coming for the Open, so that could change some stuff, but with only 3 events left, and if you really want to play in the Ryder Cup, you want to make sure you get yourself up out of that red territory, and please check the dick list. This is one where there's so much stuff going on. We got your entry fee is $21, $1 for scroll, the person, your flight, skins were 20 each, CTPs were 20 each, and betting, so please double check that. And if I made any mistakes, let me know. And yeah, I was running out of time here. I have 30 seconds left. So that's that. Hope to see you guys at White Birch in the One Club. And if not, I'm really excited for our event at Sugarloaf. I think we're going to have a huge turnout for that one. That will be a lot of fun. All right, so thanks for listening, guys. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. See ya.